Forms of complex number. As we learn, complex number denoted by z is equal to x plus iy. This is a general form of a complex number, or it is called Cartesian form of complex number. So remember this, as you have learned before Cartesian plane. So a Cartesian form of complex number represented in Argand plane by a point P using its real part and imaginary part as a real coordinate on real axis and imaginary coordinate on imaginary axis by px1. Okay, and we using this point we gone through a modulus r of a complex number, which is a distance between the point and the origin of plane. Okay, so this distance is denoted by r, and r is equal to always root of x square plus y square. And the angle between these two lines, that means OP and x real axis, is theta, which is the argument of a complex number z is equal to x plus iy and is equal to tan inverse of y by x. So if z is equal to given complex number, then we can define its modulus and its argument theta. Now, as you can observe in this figure, as we can put the perpendicular P on a real axis, then the distance between origin and this point is x real coordinate, that is x, and the distance between P, as I put this point as m, OM is x and PM is a y, as you learn this in a Cartesian coordinate system. Now this is a right angle triangle, as you can take a trigonometric ratios of angle theta, as sine theta is equal to the opposite side y divided by hypotenuse is r here. So here you can define y is equal to r into cos of theta, as we take r into sine of theta, as you take r on left hand side in multiplication. Similarly, I put this as a number 1. Similarly, the theta has a cos ratio as adjacent side x divided by hypotenuse r. Therefore, x is equal to r into, we get cos of theta. Put this as a number 2. Now, as you can here define, x is equal to r and in term of theta, that is in modulus and argument of z. Similarly, you can define y in term of r and theta. Now putting this x and r in a Cartesian form of complex number, which is here z is equal to x plus iy. So we get z is equal to, as x is r into cos of theta plus I into y as r into sine of theta. By taking r common, we take as a z is equal to bracket z is equal to r into bracket cos of theta plus I sine theta, and this is the form which is called polar form of a complex number. So we have two form of a given complex number z. If z is equal to x plus iy, then it is called Cartesian form, and same complex number z can be written in a term of r and theta, that is modulus and argument of a complex number, which is equal to z is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, and if we put z is equal to r into e raised to I theta, as comparing this form, as I put this as a number 1, this is number 2, and this is the third. Comparing 2 and 3, we easily define e raised to I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This is a standard result in mathematics. And the form of z, observe, we put z in here x and y, so it is Cartesian form. We put z in r and theta, so it is called polar form. And we use to put z in term of exponential term e, so this is called exponential form of z. So same complex number z can be put into Cartesian form, polar form, or exponential form. If z is equal to x plus iy is a given complex number, then its polar form will be z is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta, and its exponential form will be z is equal to r into e raised to I theta, where r and theta, r is a modulus which is equal to under root of x square plus y square, and theta is argument which is equal to tan inverse of y by x in polar form of 1 plus I. As we have given here a complex number z is equal to 1 plus I, as we take it as a number 1, this is a general form of a complex number. As we can compare this with the standard form as x plus iy, we get here the real part of this complex number as x is equal to 1 and imaginary part is also equal to 1, as coefficient of I is here 1. So now to find polar form, as we learn, the polar form of a complex number is in term of modulus and argument of a given complex number z is equal to x plus iy. So we have to calculate the modulus and argument of the given complex number. Now the modulus of a z, as we take it as a r, and r is equal to always in term of a real and imaginary part as under root of x square plus y square. So remember this formula. By putting the value of x as a 1, we get 1 square in root, plus y as a 1, we get 1 square. So by taking addition, we get r is equal to root of 2. So the modulus of given complex number is here root of 2. Now next we calculate argument of a z. Actually argument of a z is a angle. Okay, an angle, as you can observe in a complex number z is equal to x pi, which is denoted by a point xy in a coordinate in argand plane. If x and y both are positive, then the point will be in a first quadrant, and the angle theta at origin by this point is a angle which lies in a first quadrant, as it is a less than theta. If imagine the point has a x coordinate negative and y coordinate positive, then it will lie in a x coordinate negative and y coordinate positive, then it will lie in a second quadrant. Both x and y are negative, actually y negative positive, both x and y are negative, then it lie in a third quadrant. If x positive and y negative, then it lies in fourth quadrant. As you can observe, if the point lies in third quadrant, then the angle with positive axis by this line is a angle which lies in a third quadrant, as it is more than 180. Similarly, if both x and if x is a positive and then y is a negative, then it lies in a fourth quadrant. That means the angle theta lies in a first quadrant if both x and y are positive. In second quadrant, if x negative, y positive. In third quadrant, x and y both are negative, and in fourth quadrant, if x positive, y negative. So while calculating theta, we have to check the sign of real part and imaginary part. For that, we generally evaluate alpha first, and the value of alpha is equal to tan inverse of mod of y by x. By taking mod, you can eliminate the sign of the values of y and x. In this case, we evaluate tan inverse of, as y is a 1, x is a 1, so tan inverse of 1. Actually, the angle having tan ratio 1 is a 45 degree. So we get here alpha as a 45 degree. Now, by using the sign of x and y, you can clearly define that if x and y both are positive, then angle theta is in first quadrant. Okay, if x negative, y positive, then angle theta, that means argument is in second quadrant. Both x and y are negative, then argument theta is in third quadrant, and x positive, y negative, then argument theta lies in quadrant number 4. As in this example, as you observe, both x and y are positive, so the angle theta is lying here first quadrant. So it is as you can observe, alpha is a 45 degree, which is an acute angle. So by using mod, we get alpha always acute angle. Remember this, we get always alpha as a acute angle. Now, as you can know, if alpha is acute angle, then it lie always in the first quadrant. As in here, x and y both are positive, so theta, that means argument is angle of first quadrant, so it is equal to alpha. Now in this case, theta is equal to here 45 degree. As if x is a negative and y is a positive, you have given, then that case the theta lie in second quadrant, and in second quadrant theta is always more than 90 degree, so we can put it as a 90 plus alpha. Okay, if x and y both are negative, then that case theta lie in third quadrant. In that case theta is equal to 180 plus alpha, that is more than 180 is always. And if x positive, y negative, then theta is always less than 360 degrees, so we can put it as a 360 minus alpha. Do you understand? As we use the first case as both x and y as positive, then theta is equal to alpha. So remember this working rule to evaluate theta. The argument of given complex number z can be calculated by using this working rule. For that we can evaluate first alpha, which is equal to tan inverse of mod of y by x. By using modulus we evaluate alpha as always acute angle, and using this acute angle alpha we can define theta. If both x and y are positive, then always theta is equal to alpha. That means theta lies in first quadrant. If x negative, y positive, then remember theta is equal to, actually we take here 90 plus alpha, otherwise 180 minus alpha. In both cases we get the same angle. Generally we use 180 minus alpha, as second quadrant the angle is less than 180. So if x negative, y positive, and theta is 180 minus alpha. If both x and y negative, then theta is 180 plus alpha. And if x positive and y negative, then theta is 360 minus alpha, as theta lies in fourth quadrant. Okay, so remember this. Now in this example, as we get modulus r is equal to root of 2 and argument theta is equal to 45. So we evaluate the polar form of a given complex number, which is given by z is equal to r into bracket cos of theta plus r sin theta. Now by putting the values of r and theta, as here r is equal to root 2, we get root 2 on right hand side, and cos of theta is the 45 degree, so cos of 45 plus I sin 45. This is the polar form of a given complex number which we have asked. Find polar form of 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2i. As in solution we have taken let z is equal to given as 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2i. We can compare this with general form of a complex number to separate real part here as x is equal to 1 by 2, and imaginary part here is a minus root 3 by 2. As you can observe, the sign of imaginary part is here minus. Now to find polar form we have to evaluate first modulus and argument of the given complex number, as it put as a number 1. So we take as first modulus of z. As we know, it is denoted by r, and the value of r is equal to always root of square of real part plus square of imaginary part. By putting the values of x and y, we get half square as the real part square plus minus root 3 by 2 square as the imaginary part square. Now 1 half square is always 1 by 4 plus root 3 by 2 square as a square of minus root 3 is a 3, and 2 square is a 4. By using addition, as the denominator is equal, by taking addition of numerator 3 plus 1 4, again 4 by 4 we get 1. So the root of 1 is always 1. So radius, so modulus of this complex number is a 1. Now find argument of z. As we discussed the working rule of finding argument of z, first we calculate alpha, as having formula alpha is equal to tan inverse of mod of y by x. By using mod we can neglect the sign of both y and x, as we take mod the both signs will be positive. As here you can observe the y is a negative though, so we put it as a minus root 3 by 2, as x as a 1 by 2. By taking simplification, as cancelling 2 as it is equal in denominator, we get root of minus 3. But as it is in mod, so the sign of minus will change to plus, so we get alpha as a tan inverse of root 3. Now the angle having tan ratio is a root 3 is a 60 degree. 60 degree. So alpha is equal to here 60 degree, or in radian it is equal to pi by 3. Okay, pi by 3. Okay, now the working rule is a very simple. As you evaluate alpha, you can observe here as the sign of x and y. As x and y both are positive, then the theta is equal to always alpha. X is equal to negative, y is equal to positive. That means the point lies in second quadrant. That case theta is equal to always 180 minus alpha. If both are negative x and y, then theta lies in third quadrant. That is, it is more than 180. That it is given by 180 plus alpha. And x positive and y negative, then theta lies in fourth quadrant. That means it is less than 360 and given by 360 minus alpha. Since here x is a positive, y is a negative, so theta lies in a fourth quadrant, as theta is given here by 360 minus alpha. By putting alpha as a 60 degree, we get theta as a 300. Now we get the modulus r is equal to 1 and theta as a 300 degree of given complex number z. So the polar form of a complex number z is given by z is equal to r into bracket cos of theta plus I sin theta. By putting values of r and theta, we get z is equal to, as r is equal to 1 into bracket cos of 300 degree plus I sin theta as a 300 degree, which is our answer. The form of minus 1 minus, as this is a given complex number, they denote it by as a z is equal to here minus 1 minus I, put it as a number 1. By comparing with general form, we get the real part as here minus 1 and imaginary part also minus 1. So we first calculate modulus of a given complex number z, as r is equal to, we know the root of x square plus y square. By putting the values of x as a minus 1 square and plus values of y as a minus 1 square, we get r is equal to root 2, as minus 1 square is a 1 and 1 plus 1 2 in root. Now to calculate argument, we use the working rule of theta. For that we evaluate first alpha. Alpha as equal to tan inverse of mod of y by x. So by putting the values of y and x in modulus, we get minus 1 by minus 1 as a plus 1. So we get tan inverse of 1, and we know the angle having the tan ratio 1 is equal to 45. So we get here alpha as a 45 degree. Now using the working rule, we get the value of theta. Since here you can observe the x and y both are negative, so theta lies in a third quadrant. That means it is a more than 180, so it is given by 180 plus alpha. So 180 plus alpha as here 45 degree, we get theta as a 225 degree. Now we have to find here the polar form of given complex number. The polar form of complex number z is equal to r into bracket cos of theta plus I sin theta. So by putting the values of r as a root 2 and theta as a 225, we get the polar form of a given complex number, which is a minus 1 minus I is a root 2 into bracket cos of 225 degree plus I sin 225 degree. Define exponential form of a complex number having modulus of z, that is mod of z is equal to r and argument of z is equal to pi by 6. Now in this example we have given the modulus r is equal to 2, as modulus can be represented as a mod of z, and the argument theta is equal to pi by 6. Now the exponential form of a complex number z is equal to e raised to r into bracket e raised to I theta. By putting the value r as a 2 and e raised to I theta as a pi by 6, we get the required answer. If we asked here to find polar form, then we use the form of complex number z as a r into bracket cos of theta plus I sin theta, and putting the values of r and theta, we get the required answer.